Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Today's video is a new Sunday reset. I have a lot going on in today's video, so today's video is sure to give you all the motivation. I'm going to be washing all the kids' bedding after them being sick and getting the couch cleaned off. I also have some organization in the pantry to do, so I have a lot to get done today. So come along with me today, clean along with me, watch for some future motivation. But definitely hit the thumbs up button if you like videos like this, and let's go ahead and get started with the day. To get this house back in order, I am starting in the kitchen, getting all these dishes done. I actually had the dishwasher full that I had set to run in the morning, so that was actually running while I was hand washing these dishes. I just could not sit here and look at these dishes any longer, so I'm getting all of these done and getting them nice and clean, getting the sink clean, and then I'm going to work on some other spaces in the kitchen. I feel like I have been just playing catch up with everything, laundry, dishes, all the house chores. The kids being sick, I was just trying to focus on them, and some things got behind, so I am just playing catch up the next few days to get the house back in order and ready for the weekend. And I know it is a holiday weekend this weekend, so I think it's Labor Day? I always get the two confused, but happy Labor Day weekend to you guys, and if you're doing anything fun, let me know down in the comments.
I know we've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other. And I don't know how to start, but I still love. We don't do too much for Labor Day and Memorial weekends. We just kind of hang out, maybe grill out, and just do some fun things with the kids. Now that the kids are finally feeling better, we will probably be taking them to a park this weekend to play and just enjoy some fresh air. We have had like 70-degree weather all week this week, so it's really been starting to feel like fall, even though next week we're going to get back up into the high 80s, but I think that's like our last little heat wave before fall weather really kicks in. But I do want to say thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for all the prayers for the kids. They are doing so much better now. My daughter's finally talking again, and they're both able to eat again. And if you hadn't or caught my last video or seen over on Instagram, the kids ended up somehow contacting hand, foot, and mouth, and that is just something I don't wish upon anybody. It was so painful for them, and it was just heartbreaking to watch. My poor daughter didn't want to talk or eat, and I was just doing all I could to keep some protein smoothies going for her so she at least had some kind of substance. But I am truly thanking the Lord that they are better now, and I just want to thank you all for your prayers and your kindness and all your suggestions of things that I could do to keep them comfortable and keep them happy. Thankfully, it didn't last as long for them as I know it has for some kids, or how long it can last, and it wasn't nearly as bad, but man, it is just not something I wish upon anybody at all. And thankfully, my husband and I did not end up getting it. So anyway, I wanted to thank you guys so much for your prayers and just come on here and say that. And they definitely worked. And I'm just so unbelievably grateful for every single one of you who are here. You guys mean the world to me.
But now that the kitchen's clean, we're gonna go ahead and move on into some pantry organization. And I would like to say a big thank you to Zwilling for working with me on today's video. I am going to be using Zwilling's Fresh and Save cube system to organize some of my pantry staples. Y'all know how much I enjoy an organized space, and there are so many pantry staples that I have that I would like to keep fresh, and this system is based around their vacuum pump. The Fresh and Save vacuum pump keeps food fresh longer at the press of a button. It is rechargeable, so it's there anytime that you need it. And with the Fresh and Save cube system, you will lock in freshness and unlock flavor, making it perfect for dry food storage. So today I am going to be using this system to organize all of my pantry staples.
That great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get.
So the first one I'm going to be filling up is the oats. We use oats for lots of different baking and overnight oats and just regular oatmeal and things like that, but being that there are some particles of the oats that are smaller, I'm going to be using one of the diffusers, which you just pop in the bottom of the lid, and that helps to ensure when you're vacuum sealing that none of the smaller particles get up into the vacuum seal pump. And so that's really nice for breadcrumbs or flour or sugars, smaller granulated items. So that's what those are for, and they work really well to keep the pump safe and yet still seal it so that way no additional oxygen can get to the items, keeping it fresh longer. And now I'm going to be doing chocolate chips. We use a lot of chocolate chips as far as, baking cookies and sometimes in muffins and things like that. So all of the staples that I use quite often, I'm going to be putting in here, and even if, I'm not using them relatively soon, like my elderberries here, at least I know that they're going to stay safe and fresh in these containers, where you could see I had it in a mason jar before, and I love storing things in mason jars, but this is just a little bit easier, and it's really easy to vacuum seal the air out of it. It's just one little vacuum sealer you set on the top and push the button, and it does all of the work for you. But now I know that my elderberries are going to stay fresh and safe for the next time that I need to make elderberry syrup.
A sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I couldn't get him off my mind. Lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. Don't tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't want to let you go. 'Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, 'cause you really seem to know how to carry on. How to carry on.
So I'm filling this one up with our lemonade mix, and I am actually going to add the scooper to the top. This is a cube insert, so what this does is you put it in the top of your canister, and it has a measuring spoon. It does a half a tablespoon and a tablespoon, and that way if you have anything that you need to just take a little bit out of at a time, you can quickly measure it out. And this also will stay fresh. It'll still vacuum seal with this in there, but I really like that that it's there. You can just measure it out very easily. I really like that they have those. It's a really nice touch, and it just makes it even more convenient when you're going to make lemonade, or if you did it for sugar or flour or things like that, it would be absolutely perfect.
In the open wild, just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. So just be brave and come along. I wanna do it all, this or that. Getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking red wine by an open fire. Make love or fight, this or that.
This particular container is really cool. It fits cookies perfectly, or if you had the hard shell taco shells, this one would fit those really nicely as well. I know that whenever we have a package of cookies like the Oreos, we don't eat them very quickly, so they always end up going stale after a few weeks, and at least I know in this container they're gonna stay fresh for so much longer, and I won't be wasting any food and throwing anything away. So even though this one seemed like an odd shape at first, once I got to looking at it, I was like, wow, there's so many uses for this one, and taco shells being one of the big ones that you could use this for. But I really like it. I like how everything looks in the pantry. It looks nice and sleek and organized, but it's also functional, and that is something I go for when looking for canisters in my pantry, and that's a lot of the reason why I even use mason jars, is because I like the look, but they're functional, and that's exactly what these canisters are as well. So if I'm going to be using any canisters, it's definitely going to be more of these and mason jars. Zwilling also has vacuum sealed bags, so you can see here I had all of these Ritz crackers. I just put them in a vacuum seal bag and hooked up the pump to it, and it is completely vacuum sealed, airtight, and they're gonna last so much longer in here. I really like that. Thank you, Zwilling, so much for working with me on today's video. Now we're gonna go ahead and move off to the couch. This desperately needed to be vacuumed out, and so I'm going to move all the couch cushions, clean up all the debris inside of the couch, get it vacuumed out, and then I'm going to vacuum the couch cushions and spray some Lysol over the whole entire couch. Since I can't take my couch cushions apart and wash them, I am at least going to spray Lysol over it just to make sure that everything is nice and disinfected and clean.
From my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good. You got me good. pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head on Vilma's back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from a hot California, I forgot how you look like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter if I'm gone by now. All my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head on Vilma's back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. All the memories just lingers on repeat like it is never gonna stop. I can't help myself from feeling all alone, but you got me good, oh, you got me good.
Since the kids spent a lot of time in their beds and on the couch when they were sick, those were the main areas that I wanted to focus on first, getting clean and nice and sanitized. So I washed both of their beddings and I'm going to put it all back together and make sure I sanitize this as well, just spraying it down with some Lysol. I don't usually use Lysol and things like that, but for instances like this, when something is highly contagious, I tried the mixture of rubbing alcohol and some essential oils as well as Lysol on different days, just to make sure that if there is any germs left on there, we are getting it killed, because I would hate for somebody else to come in contact with that and or my kids to get it again. So like I said, it is not something that I wish upon anybody. It just broke my mama heart to see them just so miserable, and there is nothing I could do but try to keep them comfortable. So focusing on getting their bedding done and getting the couch clean and the floors and just keeping up on the kitchen, those are my main focuses. And then I will be working on all of their toys and things like that, but they honestly did not play much with their toys since they got sick. It was mainly just snuggling and sleeping and just laying around trying to feel better. So I'm getting their beds put back together and getting these done, but that's actually going to be it for today's video.
Where do we go from here? I wanna go all in. So give me a sign.
But I do just want to say thank you so much for joining me. It means the world to me. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I would love to be friends here, and I would love if you would join my YouTube family. And for all my returning friends, thank you so much. And I appreciate you guys praying for my sweet babies. So if you have a prayer request or need prayer for any reason, let me know down in the comments. I would love to take some time and pray for you. And if you don't want to leave it in the comments, you can always send me an email or write me over on Instagram if that's something you want to do, and I will be happy to chat with you and pray for you. But I just want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave it a big thumbs up. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, sweet friends.
Baby, give me a sign.